Okay. First of all, I want to say thank you, God. And I just want to say thank you, God, that I was able to see things where they are. These perps, these perps, a lot of these perps are just people who found empowerment in this foulness. The excitement, the intoxicating feeling of being able to do what they do and watch happening it to somebody. I can see why these people love what they're doing, in the sense that you see who's partaking in that. I'm telling you, when I pray that they get what they deserve, and I don't need to pray much about that. I don't think it's it's just a matter of time. They're not, they're not the people that you think, oh, they're gonna live a great life, or life is gonna be great to them. They're just some losers that find empowerment when doing these things to us. You can even hear the way they interact with you, try to make you feel agitated. It's like children trying to sound annoying. And the easiness of what they do is so simple. You from afar you say all these things and try to sound menacing. But for me, it's just when they try to have this character in front of me, that's when I have to find ways to be strong. Because at that point, whatever ways they try to block out reality, I'm not on that same page. And so there's a mix here. There's a not a mix, but a confusion there where they think that these points, with all of I've been validated with, I can even allow them to escape in that world and distorted reality they put together. And the foulness, the horribleness of what they've done, the disgusting things they've done, the destruction they're involved in, not only but to me, but even babies and women, and it's just too nasty, and they want to block it out. For me, I have associated them. I've correlated them with the testimonies of torture of even babies. I see them. I can remember the torture of even babies, and they don't like that. They for some reason think that I should let them escape into their fantasy that this is something else that we're no. You equate to the torture of this baby. What I mean by that, I'm just simplifying it, is you are involved in a program where these babies are being tortured. You are only capable of doing that to me because you're involved in the same program that does this to babies. You are involved in something that is dangerous and not even dangerous, that is threatening to the life of even children. And you are a piece of low life, coward bottom feeders who somehow wants me to forget about this disgusting things you're part of. You are just a coward, easy opportunist who can do whatever you can do from afar. I understand I should not put this program onto you, but you're an opportunist who joined a program where they torture even children. Of course, I know you don't run this program. I know even what you're doing to me is because you're tasked to do that to me. You're not the reason why this is actually happening to me. But you want me to see you in this fantasy of a paint facade you created. I will never let this low life live this fantasy. Never. I will never let them live that fantasy of how they want me to accept these manipulations, where my brain is rewired. Yes, my brain is changed. I was watching this thing about this guy asking questions to women on the beach and about random things or like the question that nobody wants to ask, and they'll start giving me stimulation. Now these women are dressed in bikini and whatnot, so it's like okay, but I was like, ow, I'm being forced to get sexual stimulation for a reason. I know when they start exaggerating my libido, it's like okay, there's gonna be a child in the background there, and they wanna when I look at this kid, they're gonna try to make me have this reaction towards the kid. They play with this emotion and sexual stimulations to torment you, to the point where I start closing my eyes a little bit, and I could see just a little dark, and I could see somebody in the background, and the stimulation was just aimed at whatever I saw in the background because the potential of that person being a child is high. It is nasty. This is how they're rewiring me, and this trash next door that makes noise campaign every time they want me to start thinking about kids. Because, for example, what's happening to me? They do this thing to our skin. I don't know if what's happening is what they really triggered, or is because of the lack of me paying attention to certain things. They have made me feel so uncomfortable washing myself that I've let certain things go that I shouldn't let go. Now I know they also can play with my body and my immune system. This technology can really break you down, break your skin up. So was thinking about, okay, I do want to prioritize that. I wash my. I bought special soap for this special place, and I'm thinking about I should be washing myself there like this and that. This person started making those campaign because this person wanted to trigger this manipulation to go somewhere with children inclusive. It's so nasty because I'm thinking about private part, how I'm gonna, and I don't want mean to be very descriptive, but the truth is they make me uncomfortable to take care of myself properly. That now I'm compensating by buying soap, special soap, and things like that to make sure everything is clear up now. So I'm thinking how I'm gonna clean up this my private part, and this trash makes noise campaign wanting me to not wanting me wanting this manipulation to be rewire my thoughts to go to think about children. They're low life bottom feeders. By the way, this governmental entities running this program because, like I said, these bottom feeders are just bottom feeders. I call them bottom feeders because, in this hierarchy of what's happening to you, in this program, these people are not running the show. They are implementing. They are taking action on what this program is supposed to make somebody experience. Now, who's running these entities? This program, sorry, is these governmental entities. Yes, the Department of Defense is definitely behind this program. Now, this Department of Defense has issue with child porn and pedophilia within these entities. And so this lowlife, to try to normalize manipulating the brain in disgusting ways while working for governmental entities that have these issues with these nasty pedophilia issues they have, it's just good for them. I pray that they live this slow life for the rest of their life. I pray that they continue to be dedicated in this nasty way. I'm not like this nice target individual who's like, I pray for them to end because, hopefully you get tired of doing that because life is, like, I pray that they continuously live this low lifeness and see how things come back to them. Today they can talk to you via V2K in this agitating way. Like children try to annoy you, but they will get theirs. They will get theirs. One way or another. These people calling you a nothing, remember. Today they are the one calling you nothing. Forget it. In a few time will come when they'll see who's the nothing. By the way, they've been humiliated by knowing who's the nothing. There's certain things they can't see. These somebodies are unable to say the name of this man without saying it in this very special way. I guess that's what something do. I'd rather be a nothing than something like that. This nasty low life will get theirs. Dark individuals, they will get theirs. Maybe not today. Today's not the day, but there will be a day. But everything has its day. Everything has its time. For me, I have to brace myself. Ask God to give me strength. Things are hard for me. It's so hard for me to function, but I have to be realistic. What should I expect? This level of torment on a daily basis is breaking down. It's depleting the human mind, and my body is being destroyed. So the result of that will cause me to break down, to crash. It's just I'm not a superhuman. But I will fight till the end. I will push myself to as much as I can, but I have to be realistic. These losers, these bottom feeders who are so cowardly, nasty, trash, all they do is just sit in the sweatpants and go through their scripts of things they need to say to make somebody break down. Cowardly low life. And thinking that makes them some dedicated, strong. They're a coward low life. Everybody can do what they do. It's just sad. It's pathetic. You just gotta make yourself, respect yourself long enough, and you'll be able to do that easily. But they will get theirs. Target individual. We have to be strong in understanding that what we're going through. I don't want to make it religious. I don't want to make it biblical, but you gotta look at it in a certain way that you could have been them. You could have been dedicating your life doing the nasty foul things. Let them enjoy life as it is now. And then some of them are not enjoying life. Some people that are doing this thing to me who are antidepressant of all sorts, as suicidal as it gets, by pushing people to lose their mind to kill themselves. Some of these people are so fragile, as it's super mentally fragile, like children. Some of them are children. These children are grown already. They're nasty trash being groomed at this point to do this foulness. So in a matter of time, what's going to happen to them? Uh, let them continue to live this slow life. For me, I'd rather die in these horrible ways than live the life they live and then die. These cowards tell me how they're gonna die after this. Like, yeah, but look how cowardly you're living life right now. Unable to say Roy Moore without saying it in a very special way. Working for pedophiles, doing the pedophilia type of torture, dedicating your life doing these nasty things, and then you die. Please continue. I wish a long life of this. Then you'll die. And this is an oppressive, low life that have to really turn any sense of logic and respect. You know, the manipulations for me is just disgusting. Every time I look at a child, from the babies to the older kids, I'm gonna get manipulation. I'm gonna get manipulation. Matter of fact, I was scrolling down on YouTube, and there was this like teenage kid. I'm saying that they try to stimulate me because on the bottom there's a picture of a woman with a. So this is just a regular teenage kid. It took me a second to figure out if she's a teenage kid or she's just like a teenage kid in high school or a college. So this is like a teenage kid, typical teenage kid. Of course they're gonna do some kind of reaction. Now this is like an older kid. They did this thing to like babies. So for me it's just like I know I can be manipulated to think in any ways possible. Matter of fact, sometimes they're like, oh, but what did you take a while to figure out that she was a teenage high school girl or teenage girl? Like, listen, I know who I am, and I'm not going to identify to the manipulation. You can do that to the babies, so you can do that to the older kids. Matter of fact, the way they create the stories, because right now they're prepping this frame. They're prepping this frame, and there's this actual teenage kids. Some of them, they tell me they're only 13 years old. Some of them saying they're 14. Some of them are saying they're older, like 17-year-old kids. Like, okay, saying that I've been with them. They're prepping this frame. And I'm like, yeah, please do your thing. I pray that you continue to live life like this. I pray that you continue to live this foul life. And this is gonna say that I did something to them. I raped them. I'm having sex with them. I don't know what the hell. I'm talking to them. I'm like some bull nastiness. I don't. Ugh. That they're creating. And apparently somebody's gonna come, they're gonna arrest me, and then they're gonna arrest me, and they're gonna say that they're gonna come up with this whole frame. Like, do your nasty thing. I know who I am, and I know what you guys do. I will never identify to any of this manipulation. Never will never identify to any of this manipulation. In my brain to make me accept this manipulation that they make me experience, they're like, no, but in 2014 you followed this person, you thought she was they are trying to paint this false reality and then want you to identify with the way they create this personality into you. There's this rapper, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, he's funny. Somebody, let me see if I have a picture. Oh yes, and this kid over there, this teenager, and this baby's here on the side, and so I bring up, but this is disgusting. This stimulated me. You see this is who this Puff Daddy is allegedly. Ugh, so disgusting. And it stimulated me. Because you see this man with this kid, this teenage kid. And, you know, I think they're accusing him of doing something to this kid. I don't know if it's true, but I know he's been doing some crazy shit that, I don't know if that's true or not, but that looks, if I didn't know the behind the story, I would think that he was just being like kind of like a fatherly kind of person, but to see that this can be something sexual, that he might be doing something to some kid like that, this is disgusting. But try to make me imagine that I'm him. My thoughts can be manipulated, and they can make me have the emotion they want me to have. For example, when I saw this picture now, they've given me this like sexual stimulation. Try to turn it into something sexual, and then to try to make me create this perception. They make me think of a movie I watched when I was like 19, 18 years old, where the actress is about the same age as me. But the actress who's the same age of me played this like 14, 15-year-old girl, but she's like an 18, 19-year-old girl in reality. But she's playing a movie. Well, she's the same age as me, but in the movie, she's a kid, much younger kid. And it's like, you see how you watch this movie? It's like, what? This is an actress playing a kid. This actress is the same age as me. This is an actual child with an adult man. And you give me this stimulation and try to create this sensation by giving me this sexual stimulation, try to make me think, okay, but remember when you watch this movie of this actress playing this, the actress who's the same age as you. And because today they are framing me with these fucking little kids here. They want me to start taking on this personality they implant in my brain. They don't live in reality. They live a distorted reality. But reality is going to come in one way or another. You cannot escape reality. You cannot live a life where you can create a false reality and think life is going to be, oh yeah, oh, reality is going to be like, oh, hello. Now it's time for reality. Now it's time to deal with reality. You escaped enough. You did all these foul things. No. Now it's time to deal with reality. You are involved in this. You are making people thinking about kids this way. You even act according to somebody else's life. Whether me and P. Diddy or whatever, what in common do I have? Who is this person to me? Why should I start thinking about him as if it's me? You know, I used to be with this perp. It's so sad. She had this strong ability to escape reality until reality hits. And I noticed that about her. Very smart individual, but when it's time to escape, when it's time to create a reality, a false story, you can see how she can go away. And I was like, wow, this is what it takes. You can speak in such an eloquent way. You can talk about all the different fashion but I can see you just create a false reality and then be surprised when reality hits. I mean, there's certain things I'm like, oh my gosh, you. And this person, it's like, oh, she was saying, oh, I bought like a jacket not too long ago, like a fake leather jacket. And she's like, oh, she kept saying, oh, you look like Puff Daddy. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I didn't get it. It's like, okay, I don't know if she's trying to insult me or something. And it's because that was right before this kind of nasty stuff came out about him. I was like, oh, you're saying that because you want me to start in taking the personality of this man, as if his action has to do with me, because I have a leather jacket, and so to you this is a connection. That is how delusional these people are. This is the level of stupidity that they have to be in, based on this me getting so. Because they know my thought process can be manipulated this way. Oh, I have a leather jacket. He was wearing a leather jacket at some point. You see? Crazy stuff. And now when I see him kissing a kid like that, you know, at first, if I didn't know that what they accused him for, you look like, okay, he's just be like a fatherly kind of person. It's like almost look wholesome, but it's like, oh, this is not wholesome because ew. But it's just like, just the way they can make me think. It's just nasty. It's just so nasty. And to now try to make me imagine me doing that to a kid, and it's so disgusting. You know, right now my brain, the way they just create this battle, because like, oh, you know, you think this will be wholesome. It'd be wholesome if it wasn't something sexual, if we were just like being like a fatherly kind of person. But to think that now that this man was actually probably doing something to this kid now, that this was just not. Ugh. And the truth is, they want me to be this person. They want me to be so they have rewired my brain in these disgusting ways. Well, there's people like him, for real. There's people who literally will do things to kids. Well, these people have to create their reality. Working for governmental entities with people like this. I will never let them live the fantasy. And then they try to be like, "No, you paid for what you did as a kid." As a kid, you know, this kid that he's embracing is older than the kid. Trash. I will never let them live the fantasy. I will never. So nasty. In my brain, manipulations is just what's gonna happen. Now, to all my targets, just stay strong. Do not identify with this manipulation, the games, the mind games, the back and forth dialogues to try to make you accept this false reality. They are these entities doing that to you. This program that's doing, when it's the truth is, and I'm not saying that as a conspiracy individual, like conspiracy theorist. First of all, what's happening to us, people don't believe that it's happening to us. But the reality of the entities that are trying to vilify you are entities that truly are, they have a pattern that is disturbing. The Department of Defense, I want to say that again, have issues with pedophilia within these entities, a real problem. I'm not saying that because I heard somebody write down that they think that this pedophile living in a pizzeria. No, because in 2019 there was a bill that was created called End National Defense Network Abuse Act. This bill was trying to limit the amount of child porn the DoD employees were downloading using the computers given to them by the DoD, using the network given to them by the DoD, the computer network. Because in 2018, the Child Protective Services, look it up, Child Protective Services ranked the DoD network as 19th out of 2,900 in regard to child porn being trafficked. This is real. Child Protective Services in 2018 did a survey, did a study looking around child porn in the United States and where it's coming from and who's sharing these things. And they looked at all the network the United States exists, all the network in the United States. And it's about 2,900, right? About 2,871. The DoD network was 19th out of 2,891 in regard to the amount of child porn trafficked. Now, in my brain, I just heard somebody say via V2K, say child rape, because this is the things they're gonna say I did. They're gonna have their children say I raped them. I pray that they live this life for the rest of their life. While working for pedophiles that are actually raping children, they are here trying to make me accept this manipulation, and then they try to talk about me as a child, make me imagine some whatever fantasy of what they wish I did. They talk about child play, child rape. I was like, no. First of all, what I did to myself is a dumbass kid, impulsive kid in middle school, doing something to himself. That you even try to exaggerate. While you're working for governmental entities out here raping children. While you're out here telling yourself, prepping this frame where you're going to say, I'll rape your child or something like that. Bunch of low-life pedophiles. And then rewiring the brain these pedophilia ways. I pray that they continue to live this way. Let that good karma come to them all the time. Let them be groomed in this foulness so they can grow up to be the shit that they are. I'd rather get raped every day of my life than be involved in a program where not only they manipulate the brain this way, but rape is commonly used to break women down. Rape is continuously utilized.
Already being used.
Listen to this man saying what's being used in the program onto women and men.
If you talk to the victims, the TIs, one of the worst breakdowns, and it's pretty common. I think I can say the word simulated rape. And forced orgasm.
You can say anything you want. This is the internet.
Okay. And so simulated orgasms and rape is extremely common, and especially violating for women. They complain about that torture breakdown the most. Orgasms and rape is extremely common, and especially violating for women. They complain about that torture breakdown the most. And rape is extremely common and especially violating for women. They complain about that torture breakdown the most.
You understand? It's validated that this rape torture is applied to women, so they are raping women using this technology. Then selling their kids, saying, "Oh, you're gonna say that you raped this child," and they're like, "You raped the child. Child rape, you nasty low life. Please continue to live this life. I'd rather die in hell than having my child being coerced or guided to say that she's been raped." Whatever's gonna happen to me, I'd rather die like that than do what you do. Can you imagine what you put on the shoulder of some child that young already being told and guided to say that she raped you, this person raped you? Say that. Of course it will. So what, this dirty ass nastiness you can put that? Oh, wait till you see how magical things are going to be. For me, in the meantime, like you say, everything at this time. In the meantime, right now, it's me being tortured in whatever ways. But I pray that you continue to live this nasty life. I'm so thankful that I am never going to be involved in something that can coerce or guide a child to say you raped her. I remember seeing this piece of trash at the office, this nasty low life that always love to show how he can eat, but he's overweight. And you see him eat, and eat food can be the food that kills him. He's eating, trying to show me, and there's nothing wrong with, like, I don't care how overweight or skinny or not skinny he is, but he's eating this disgusting way, and just like, oh, this is, you just raped a child, you nasty low life. Like, you understand? God gave me strength, because at that moment I was like, somebody said that I want to do something, and I wanted to do something to this person, honestly. But I was like, okay, calm down. Calm down. Look at this low life. He'll get there. He'll get his. Look at him. That's what trash do. While working for governmental entities that are actually raping children. I really gave torture, cut him in pieces, then live the life they live. And they're like, oh, it's not fair. It's like, yes, it's fair that you will work for governmental entities that rape children, that have problem with pedophilia, and be out here framing people and make your kids say that somebody raped your child. If you don't see how this good karma comes, bless you. And I'm glad that you live this foul life. You'll see. It's gonna be magical. I don't need to see it myself. Don't worry. I don't need to see you tortured or whatever is gonna happen to you. I don't need to see none of that. I don't need to see any sufferance of these perps. They're just losers. They're low lives. That I would never want to trade places or watch them go through some kind of suffering. It means nothing to me. Let trash be trash. Why do I need to see trash do trash thing? Like, I don't need to see trash suffer. Well, they'll get theirs. They are here grooming these children like that. Okay. Yeah. Target individuals, stay strong. You could be living life like this low life. Some of these didn't even have a choice. They're already kids are here saying, no, it's child rape. You raped the child. Try to come up with a way they're going to frame me. And in my brain, they try to, no, but what you did is delusional trash. They're here fantasizing about reality. Try to make themselves believe this fantasy of what I did as a child. No, you actually work for governmental entities that rape children. And today you're making me see children this disgusting pedophilia ways to make me accept, and try to make me accept this personality you're implanting in my brain. But it's okay. You work for pedos for a reason. And everything is, like you say, is fate. It's fate that you are working for governmental entities where in 2019 a bill called End National Defense Network Abuse Act was created to limit the amount of child porn. Let me repeat that, child porn being trafficked, so much so. But the DoD employees, which are the people making new gods, because in 2018, this Child Protective Service was ranking all the network in the United States based on the amount of child porn being trafficked in this computer network, internet network. And apparently the DoD network was the 19th, let me repeat, 19th out of 2,900 for trafficking some of the most child porn. You can do all the noise campaign possible. You see reality does not change, right? Target the truth. Stay strong.